It's a continuation of a meeting that was on July 22nd, and it was scheduled to be reconvened today at 9 o'clock. I have the time on my watch. It's a little after 9 o'clock. So for the record, those present are myself, Commissioner Mchako, Commissioner Sanchez, Commissioner Santos, and Commissioner Martinez. And the purpose of this is to conduct a further search for a new staff attorney for GWA. The chair will entertain a motion to go into executive session. So moved. Is there a second? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're going into executive session. There's a 5-minute break. Okay.
You playing today? Who are you playing with?
Is there a chamber?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can make it for that. So, a smaller unit.
Oh, okay.
I just posted, I'm playing, easy money.
Easy one.
So,
And half of them said, damn, we're at the chamber.
so we
So far,
can we shut off our mics?
the badness of my life.
Yes, please.
Still a 4.
Hello, are we on?
Test.
Okay.
Hold on, he's not ready yet.
You ready in there?
John, ready? Yes, sir. Okay, good, you're hot?
Okay, test. Okay, we're good. We are back in open session. Commissioners, we have an agreement and we've selected a candidate, Candidate A. And in the open session, this is now where we talk about the money. And that's the discussion we're going to make. And then a delegation to the chairman to make an offer to the candidate. And upon acceptance, come back to the commission with the proposed everything. Okay? So, Commissioner Sanchez.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, Mr. Chairman, as we know, we have been migrating all of our employees' pay over time to gradually move them up to the highest percentile that we think we can balance between what they deserve and what ratepayers can afford. And we do these regular wage surveys to see where we are on migrating our total employee base to the current goal is the 25th percentile, as I understand it, and that's been and we're getting close there. Okay. Based on the most recent survey, I would like to make a motion for the colleagues to consider that we offer candidate A pay at the 20th percentile, okay, which gives this candidate room to prove their self and grow to the 25th percentile. And so the amount of at the 20th percentile, that is the average pay for 20% of the attorneys working in similar size water utilities, is $125,620. And so I would like to make a motion to offer candidate A the base pay of $125,620, and then whatever all the other standard benefits that accrue from being a government employee that flow from that base pay.
Okay, is there a second to that motion? Second. Any discussion? I agree with the motion. I'll tell you that there's two things I look at. First off, there's the job. The job is worth something, and that's where we're at. We're migrating to the 50th percentile. In our view, this job is worth this amount of money. Then it becomes a discussion of, is the person up to that job? And I think we've selected a candidate who we believe is going to fulfill our needs. So I support the motion. Any other further discussion? No?
What about the review? Do you want to make that a condition?
I think, yeah. I think, why don't we do it this way? Why don't you delegate to me to draft the contract with the standard language and to circulate it to the commissioners
So my question is, would that contract include a clause that requires?
Yes. No.
Any review of our attorney, if the offer is accepted, that the only other condition is the annual reviews would be made public. Is that
she agrees.
Consensus of the
that
board?
was I like the language that we have if you're talking about the language we have in the personnel rules and regulations, where we ask if we asked you, would you be open?
Are you referring, Mr. Chair, to the CCU rules?
CCU rules?
Yeah.
So if
but
that
based on
language-
the interview responses to questions, based on the review, if the candidates accepted, said yes, responded affirmatively to having her review done in open session, I would like to consider that be incorporated into the employment agreement. Or we can discuss it.
Okay. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just saying.
No, if you frame the question the way Commissioner Chaco is saying, is that if the candidate has agreed to disclosing the annual review publicly, then we put it in the contract. If not, I do recall her saying yes. That's why I'm not, opposed to what you're saying. However, I've already taken the stance that if one of our 7 interviews says no, okay, so you say no. The only 2 obligations are the 2 GMs, right?
Right, that's by law.
That's a law question, right?
Yeah.
So again, I fully remember her saying she was okay with that. That's why I don't have an issue with putting that into an ask, right?
Okay.
The contract itself.
The candidate may choose to change her mind, but I think that we should start from the standpoint based, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna take that stand.
Okay.
Right.
Wait a minute. I mean,
No
you're allowed to
problem.
change your mind. What happened?
Well, and the way we've done it in the past is, we make an offer, the candidate can make a counter offer. So that would be, it's considered like a counter offer, you know? And, okay, I'm fine with all of that. Do you want to make a motion to do that? Or do you,
Sure.
is that considered, do you just delegate that to the chairman?
I can make a motion.
Okay, hold on. Miguel, you want to say something?
Maybe I wasn't present for the earlier discussion, so I'm a little confused. Is the ask of making the reviews public a condition of deployment?
What had, during the course of the interviews, questions were asked on the candidates as to their thoughts and opinions of having their reviews be conducted in open session. What we're incorporating into this employment agreement was the candidate's response to that question, which was in the affirmative, that she was okay having her annual review done in open session. So what we're asking the Mr. Chair, and what I'll provide a motion for, is to incorporate that into the employment agreement that is being proffered by the offer. And what the chairman is suggesting is that if, for whatever reason, her response is different than what she interviewed with, he'll get a response back from her saying,
Yeah.
can we adjust this or
Yeah,
whatever.
she could
And
always
then the
make,
body can take that.
and then, yeah, there we
Well, I
go.
guess then my question, I'm just thinking, trying to think a couple steps down the road. And it's been, if you forgive my assessment of the situation, it's been difficult to get where we are already. And I'm just a little concerned that perhaps if this is placed as a condition, then it may, prior to getting her on board, it may be problematic.
I think based on her affirmative answer to the question, I doubt that would happen, but there's no hard and fast rule to it, so if she comes back and says, can we take a look at this section of the agreement, then we bring it to the commission.
Yeah. In other words, she could make a counter offer. Okay, those are two of the things. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, first on the motion for the salary that is still before the chair. I'm sorry, I didn't make a vote on that. Any further discussion on the motion to make the salary the 126, the 20 percentile?
125
100,
for the record.
for the record.
Thanks.
Thank you.
$125,620, which is at the 20th percentile.
Okay.
For the
So-
equivalent attorney salaries across the country.
And 20 percentile where our company is at right now. All those, sure.
So supposedly, or one of the two brought out, that should she come back and say, no, I want this, do we give the chairman the authority to negotiate, or do we bring it back to the commissioners?
I think our thinking was at least bring it back to the body, and then
No,
the
I
body
would
can
always bring
decide,
it back.
you know.
No.
It's
I'm
safer
going
for
to
the
present,
chairman to
I'm
know.
going to present the commission's position. And then the candidate can make any counter on any point, and then
We decide.
we decide otherwise. And let me give you an example, Peter. Right? When we hired Tully, our CFO rather, we wanted a date for her to report. And that's the next portion I'm going to ask us to decide on. We stated a date when we wanted her to be available, and she came back with a counter and said, could I be a little later than that? And, we understood where she was working, and we said, okay, you need to transition, and so we were fine with that. So we do the ask, we do the offer rather, and then if there's anything that they want, then, that's what we do. And I did have, where did I put it? I did have our payroll dates so that we could identify where,
I was just thinking, Mr. Chairman, just the first of the month, it's only August,
well, I thought of that too.
September 1, whenever, the payrolls are payrolls, right? I mean,
Yeah,
people-
no, but
People know how to do that.
No, it's just that it would be, to do it on a payroll so that it falls in line with, and I had it just here. It falls in line with, our next it's a date.
When is your poll?
Every 2 weeks.
I know, when's the next
But
one?
anyway. But why is that important?
I just say quick.
July 31st was the last one. so
But why,
yeah.
I don't understand why is that
Because,
significant to the offer?
because we give her a date, and then she can come back if she says, well, you know, can I have an extra week or whatever?
That's why I'm suggesting September 1, which
Okay.
is 25
But
days
first-
from now.
We
and
can
it-
even give her October one,
Yeah.
which is start fiscal year, and say.
No,
I mean,
no,
I'd
no,
rather
no,
from
no,
Our point of view,
I
get her.
think we need her sooner rather than later.
Right,
So,
but if she can come back like Tallinn did and said, I want a longer date.
But I'm with Commissioner Santos that payroll dates are irrelevant. I'd
well,
rather
I
pick
just
a-
wanted to
To me,
give
to
us.
me, yeah, I'm sorry, just to me, yeah.
Okay,
The
okay.
first of the, you know,
Okay.
my proposal, once we get past the salary, or if you want to incorporate it, add it to the motion, is that we make an offer and that we would like the candidate, if it's accepted, to start September 1. And as you gave a great example on Tallinn, that if she says, like, can it be September 5th,
Okay,
September
okay.
15th, August?
I tell you what, let's, I'm at fault for, let's finish the motion first, I'm sorry.
I was just
Okay,
gonna suggest
thank
that
you
on
very
the
much.
salary, so
Yeah,
if-
let's,
if-
okay.
why don't we-
This was just a discussion,
May I
okay.
amend my motion? We want to make an offer to candidate A at a salary of $125,620, which is the 20th percentile. And we would like to inquire if the candidate can start September 1st, 2021.
Is that okay?
Second?
Okay. Miguel, how does that fit with you? Is that okay? Okay.
Colleagues okay with that?
Call it.
Motion to approve?
No, no, no. Any further discussion? None?
Nope.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Okay, and the motion from Commissioner Mchalko now. Wait, he made a motion and we didn't
For your
dispose.
inclusion of the.
Yes, and there was a second to that, right? Okay, so any further discussion?
Just that I'd like for the minutes to be reviewed, just to confirm her answer to that question.
Okay,
I think we're all in consensus that
Okay.
it was, the candidate said yes, but
Sure.
just want to make sure.
okay.
Well, the other way we can think about it, so we can just be done with the business, the candidate can say, notwithstanding what I said in the interview, I changed my mind, I don't want, per se, right? Just make the offer with the intention of the commission that we're gonna put it in.
Okay.
And as Commissioner Santos says,
Yeah.
and you said, nothing stops anyone from changing their mind and making a counter, and we'll cross that bridge if and when.
If we get there.
Yeah, so I'm fine with that.
So then the
Any fur-
motion stands as is.
Yeah. Any further discussion?
This is
Or
for disclosure of the annual review.
that she would agree, what the words I heard were that she would agree that her review would be held in public. That's
In open session.
in open session. Well, I'm sorry, open session.
Correct.
Yeah. Any further discussion? No?
No.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. One last thing, that the chair has delegated the authority to make the offer to the candidate and then bring back the response to the commission. Okay? So in view of that, then, in view of that, what we're going to do is recess this meeting again to
When's the
I
next?
think a week.
When's the next
yeah.
work session? You're gonna know before the next.
I'm going to know before the next work session. Why don't
We can do
we,
it right before the next, whenever the next.
When is it?
no, why don't we do it, why don't we do it next week? Wednesday morning, 9 o'clock.
If we have an answer.
Well, I think she's going to, I think the candidate A should be able to,
Well, I don't want
Okay.
to do anything we can today. I just.
okay, you want to make
Let's do what
it,
we think is, works for.
okay.
us and the
Why
guys.
don't we do this? We can always recess the meeting, and we can always meet and recess it again. Why don't we do that?
I think what Mr. Chairman Sanchez is alluding to is potentially recess till the GWA working session, which is the 17th?
Yeah,
Is that the 17th? Or the
It'll be
24th?
next- yeah,
Right, which gives sufficient time for you to get an answer. And then
Ann,
we-
Ann, can you call Louis?
Rather than us just running
Call
over
me.
here next week just to
I
adjourn.
know, but we have a deadline here, proposed deadline, September 1st, so that only gives you, that candidate, 2 weeks to.
True, but I think the thinking, Commissioner Martinez, is, the candidate can counter. Can I have to September 15th or whatever? I mean, at this point, rather than speculate on what the candidate might think, we're asking the chairman to make the offer. These are the terms and conditions, counter, or not, or accept. And
then, you know, and we'll cross the bridge when the
When's our
candidate
next working
says,
session for
I'm
GWA?
good or I'm not good, or can you do this, or I don't like the pay. You know, we, rather than speculate, let the chair make the offer and it'll end the speculation. Yay, nay, or yay,
14?
accept this.
Oh, that's,
It's 9 days from now, so yeah, rather than us just running in here every Wednesday to.
oh, not the 14th.
Yeah, one,
The 14th is a Saturday.
no, September.
No,
Oh,
August.
we're going to August, I'm
August.
sorry. Here you go. Yep.
So it's the 17th.
17th, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a week from next Tuesday. right?
Yeah,
And
that's-
that gives you
that's
plenty of time to offer and let the candidate think about it. Candidate responds, and then you tell us on the 17th.
Remember, we're in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
That's true.
Well, no.
You just got to
that's-
notice.
No, I think
No,
this has to be date
th-
specific.
This has to be recessed to a specific date and time.
That's why I'm suggesting, why don't we
No,
recess
that's why we
this?
have to pick a date.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
my suggestion, recess this
Okay.
till 1 hour before the GWA work session
Which is August 17th.
in September, right?
August
No,
17th.
August.
In August
August.
17th.
August, I'm jumping.
My bad, in
August 17th.
In August 17th. So my motion is to recess this special meeting of the commission until, what's time's our work session? 4:30? So till 3:30, August 17th.
It's 4:30, so 3:30?
3:30, Tuesday, August 17th.
That's fine.
My motion. Second?
Is there a second?
I second.
Okay. Any further discussion? None? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are in recess again
Great job. Thanks.
till August. Thank you.
Very good, very good, very good.
Yeah, would you guys like to meet this, say hello to our city folks? Sure.